Alright, when I woke up this morning, I was like, what game do I want to play that probably people won't want to watch? And here we are, we're playing Siralim Ultimate. There is a update coming sometime, apparently Q1, so January, February, March. In a month or so-ish, and then potentially a beta, which maybe you can record and do stuff with. I don't know, but I figured getting reacquainted with this game was a good idea. I have 100 and what did Steam say? 178 hours in this game, and I barely know what I'm doing. Kind of one of those games where the tutorial is the story mode, and that takes like 8 hours or something crazy. And so I don't know exactly who I want to play, but I don't know what to name myself. We'll go YouTube run run. Okay, and then the spec I want to do, oh boy, I almost want to do what I'm most comfortable with, just to be able to get through as quick as possible. Which is either Defiler or Pyromancer. So I think I'm gonna go Defiler. As you can tell by the other screen, it's like all Defiler, and so in case you don't know what this is, it's like a over-the-top creature collector that is infinite and there's no end to it. You're like, Eric, that's what infinite means. But there's like, it's like realm based, so it's floor by floor by floor. And this is kind of the basic at its absolute core. It's my 6 creatures that'll all be at the bottom, which you can't see because I'm in the way. I guess you can actually see the creature, he's right there. I gotta figure out like a proper way to record this. Okay, and then now I go summon him. And ta-da, we got a unicorn. And then I think I go talk to Everett again. So I've done this, I don't even know how many times at this point. For a while there, I was doing like hardcore runs, which is not for the faint of heart. That is for damn sure. Socket. Oh, I need to upgrade. Upgrade. There we go. And now give me the amber socket, sword, amber. There we go. Creatures. Okay, I gotta go. Desecrate target takes a moderate amount of damage, plus 100% more damage for each enemy of the same race. No. Target takes a moderate amount of damage and is subject to asleep. That's decent. Your creatures have leeching. I'm gonna go, my creatures have leeching. Leeching is life steal, for lack of a better word. Spells, view, vampirism. And like this is at its absolute easiest. I'm skipping the story. TLDR, this ancient being wants you to collect the infinity stones, more or less, orbs, and then he says, "Oogada boogada, I am the scary one," and then he uses all the stones to create grow real big. And then so the tutorial, for lack of a better word, is you going to these realms, doing their mission thingies and fighting the creatures and collecting resources and hoping that you get good stuff. We're taking this creature. This creature's really strong. Basically gives all your creatures mending, which is every turn they gain a little bit of life. And also, I should actually explain this part too, because it's kind of important. Every creature has a... Oh, my laundry's finished. Every creature has a trait, and so, and there is a small amount of creatures in this game, at a total of over 1,200, because you know, I believe it's a culmination of several games worth of creatures too. So you know, Ultimate is I think the fourth Siralim game, and so it's just kind of been compounding by the sounds of it, and so it's compounded into just an absurd amount of creatures. I'm not reading spells. I kind of just go back and read spells when I go to equip spells, because if I read every single thing I picked up, we'd be here for a bajillion years. And so, hey, I was just about to explain that. As you kill stuff, you get knowledge, you can go back to the bestiary, you go to that magical, what's it? Cauldron? And then you can summon them. They come in with a trait, I think, kind of like Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, where they're like happy, and so they have more health and that kind of stuff. So and then to top everything off, if it isn't crazy enough to have 100 or 1,200 creatures, you can then combine each creature with another creature, which you unlock later, so it won't be for a little while, because you got to progress in the story, I think, to like the 4th realm. You gotta get to a caustic reactor. You get to there, and then you unlock the ability. And then, if you didn't want, you know, that wasn't enough complexity for you, you can then take and grab a trait, which is kind of what makes each creature kind of special, because they all have traits. Go back to Siralim, this cauldron thingy, so I can then summon this. Let's say I'm gonna do the Ent. Your creatures always have mending and take 15% less damage. This trait does not stack, meaning you can't have more than this trait, because I can mix this dude with this guy later, which attacks based on how many spells I've cast. So I'm gonna grab you too, because I'm probably going to be casting a lot of spells because my class wants to... what else should I grab? Sure. My class wants to cast debuffs, and so I'm going to cast spells, he'll attack. If they make him, when he attacks, cast a spell, which is probably possible, it builds and builds and builds, and then you can basically make, was that Huberk whatever, the machines that just like self-run or do cool stuff. What is it? Oh, nice. 20%. I have no unread messages. Promo code. Step away from the mailbox. Cool. There's a bajillion different outfits you can get. You can transmog your characters. You can rename them. You can change my spec anytime I want. Once I have it unlocked, reset all my perk points. Which there's perks. You go to your character, you go perks. Every class has all this too. Enemies weak debuffs. Enemies have less health, less intelligence, less attack, less speed, less defense. There's more damage from debuffs. Enemies buffs last 1 turn. And okay. This seems useless. Oh, buffs, never mind. Enemies have feared. Cool. Your creatures ignore shield and barrier. Cool. At the start of battles, enemy was afflicted with 1 random debuff. This one's really strong. Increase the potency of creatures' effect that decrease enemy stats. So this feeds into this, which then feeds into, there's a bunch of enemies that have, or creatures that debuff and take stats. So vulnerable, potency, creatures are, after creatures affect an enemy with a debuff, they deal damage to them equal to 80% of their low stat. So you want get some high-low stats, and yeah, that's this guy. Probably a little more. I don't know if it's confusing. I don't know if it's. There's a lot simpler ones that are like, when you attack, you damage. But for whatever reason, I like to make the enemy weaker and then make the enemy attack itself, because confusion's a thing. There's a class that basically does that as its shtick, but I want to be this guy. Might change special specs once I unlock the ability, but I don't know. As for right now, we're rocking the Defiler. I got 5 of my 6 creatures. There is a creature at the next realm that I want that is a Yeti that potentially freezes people, which makes them skip their turn. So I'll grab that, probably be the 6th. I may change out the Vulpix or whatever, the Vulpus, that thing that I'm in front of. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna play more of this game. Channel made. If this isn't for you, I understand. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. War Thunder was fun. I played it probably too long, and then it burned me out, and then now I'm kind of lost playing some Half Sword, which can only go so far because it's literally the same thing over and over and over again. And I wanted to do something. I have Caves of Cud that I'm gonna probably upload too, but this will probably be the new mainstay, at least for a little while, and then once the patch drops, it'll be even more. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back with more Siralim.